everybody, welcome to Ken Knows Gambling, and I've got a special video for you today. I had promised to get into some different games. I know we've been doing a lot of craps, and it's just so many people like that. That's why I'm on that a lot. But we've done baccarat, we've done blackjack, we've done roulette. But today I want to talk about a very highly unrated game. It's called Pai-Gow Poker. P-A-I-G-O-W. Pai-Gow Poker. I actually love this game. I actually love it a little bit better than even roulette. I'll play it more often than I will play roulette. Very simple game. It's also a good game, and I hate to say it this way, but it's a really good game to waste time. You're not going to win a lot of money, and you're not going to lose a lot of money because there's so many ties or pushes, if you will, in this game, probably over 60% of the time. And when I get over to the table, I will explain it, how to set a hand, how it works, and all that. This is one of those 5% games like baccarat. They don't have an advantage, okay, except taking that 5%. Okay, but it's a really good game. You can go with, a couple $100, man, and sit there for hours playing $10 hands. I'm not kidding you. If you get lucky, you can win, but you're not going to lose a lot because of those ties. But I still think it's a great game, so I wanted to uncover the world of Pai-Gow Poker on today's videos, just for those folks that maybe want to do something different than the old standard, okay? And I promised I would way back when I started this channel, and so I'm going to do it today. By the way, this is Thursday, and my free picks are up over there on my site at kenknowsgambling.com. You can go take a peek at that. I've had several questions about some of that and trying to sort of explain how I've got that new setup. But I welcome those questions. Just pour them in there, and I'll keep shoving them out, man, until we hone this thing down. I may tweak that a little bit more, a little bit different as the weeks go by, because I've actually never done what I'm attempting, before. And also, too, while we're talking about the free picks, just sort of off topic, just remember, that's what they are. I'll never, ever charge you. I'll never charge a service like most every single person giving out free picks will do. They'll give you a little bit, but then get our premium plays or whatnot and packages. I'm just not ever going to do it to you. And I'm trying to give you a variety of ways in things that I like. So if you don't see exactly what you like or don't like, I have to say sorry. I'm giving them out for free. Bet on them, don't bet on them. Don't know what to tell you as far as that. I'm giving my blood to you on those, and I'm not even going to charge you for them. So just appreciate that, I guess. But understand too, and you might not know this, but I still feel pressure. Okay, I don't know any of you except by name. Okay, and if you bet on what I say is good and you lose, I'm going to feel it. No, not in my pocketbook, but I'm going to feel it. I'm trying to do really good stuff for you guys and get you into a different world than you might not have ever thought of before. So I'm really trying hard to help all you folks out there, and I really mean that. Because since I don't know anybody, I could just as easy go, I don't care. They bet on this stuff and they lose. Who cares? I don't know. That ain't me, y'all. I care. I care deeply. And so if we lose some, it's going to happen. Eventually, I know we're pretty much 3-0 on parlays and we're doing really well, but it's going to happen. So y'all just keep your chin up and keep going, okay? Remember that. So go take a peek at that. If you got any tweaks for me on that site, hey, send them to me. I'm all ears as far as getting this honed down to us sports bettors. We got now 260 some odd subscribers, and all you sports bettors that are in there with me in the trenches, If you've got any tweaks, something else, you know, a layout, whatnot, just let me know. And I'll think about it, look at it, see what we can come up with. Okay? All right, back to the Pi Guy Poker. Let's go over to the table. If you like this thing, give me a thumbs up. Maybe consider subscribing, perhaps. Hit the bell notification so you know when I drop any videos. But now, y'all, this end part, you guys can say this with me in your sleep. The best thing that you can do for me is what? That's right. Share this video. Share this video to anyone that you think this might help. All right? All right, let's get over the table. Let's get into it. All right, everybody. Welcome to the Pi Guy table. I actually don't have a felt like I do all the other games, but I think this green will come in handy. All righty. All right, Pi Guy Poker. Again, really, really cool game. Basic rules. It's all poker rules. If you know how to play poker, you can play Pi Guy Poker. It's played with one deck, a deck of 52 cards, one deck with a joker. So there's 53 cards, okay? And I'll get to the joker here in a little bit. So what's going to happen is you can have 6 players, just like a blackjack table. You can have 6 players spread out through there, and each player is numbered. And so they'll roll some dice or do whatever they do because they don't want the same person, say, getting the first hand every single time. So let's say you got 1 through 6, they roll a 6, then it goes counterclockwise. If it's a 5, they'll go 6, 1, 2, 3. If it's a 2, they might go 3, 4, 5, 6, 1. You get the idea. So they keep rotating it, okay? The dealer, you're wanting to beat the dealer, just like in most games, okay? Beat that dealer. Now, you have to understand, too, that the dealer is called the banker, all righty? And if you tie him, I should be careful on this because there's a lot of ties that no money exchanges hands, but I'll get into how the dealer wins on an exact tie later, okay? So let's just look at the basics. First, you're going to get a group of 7 cards. Everybody's going to get a group of 7 cards, okay? So now you look at them. So you've got these in your hand, and you're looking at them, and you're going, Lord have mercy. Okay. You're going to have 2 different hands. You're going to have a 5-card hand and a 2-card hand. Okay? 2 cards and 5 cards. So when you set your cards down, they're going to be in the order that you want. Okay? Just remember, the 5-card hand has to be higher than the 2-card hand. Okay? For example, you cannot set these as a pair of kings, even though you got a king jack over here and a pair of threes. A pair of threes doesn't beat a pair of kings. This 2 hand right here, the 5-card hand has to be higher than that 2-card hand. If you set it wrong, some casinos, you'll forfeit your bet. You'll lose. Some casinos will go, nah, that ain't how you're supposed to set them, and they'll set them the house way. But you just got to know that before you sit down. But the easiest thing to do is know how to set your hand and don't worry about it, and you'll never get in trouble, okay? Knowledge is key here. But anyway, a 5-card hand, a 2-card hand. Now, each of these is sort of a separate thing. So the dealer is going to get 7 cards as well. Okay? So let's say the dealer has this right here. And I'm going to, let's see, I'm looking in there. I'm going to slide everything up just a touch here. Just a touch so we can get this down. All right. I'm the dealer, okay? So I got to have two separate hands. The 2-card hand, the 5-card hand. So I'm looking ace 2, 4, 5, 6. I don't have a straight. I pretty much don't have squat in this one. So he's got to set his hand. So he might do the ace. He'll set it up ace, 10, 8, 2, 4 with a 5 and a 6. You know, or he could come in here and do this with the ace, and here's his 2 highest cards. That's how I would do it. Some house rules are a little different, but nonetheless. So I've got the ace high. Ace beats 10, 8. This is a crap hand, but that's how you'd set it. The ace in this group of 5 is higher than this group of 2. Has to be that way. Okay, so now let's set this guy. He's got a lot of kings. So you may, on this guy, we're going to do 3 kings and a pair of 3s. That hand is 3 kings. This 2-card hand is a pair of 3s. This is beautiful. Now, let me do this. This can get tricky for you guys, and I don't want it to. But anyway, if I set it up this way, this hand, my 5-card hand, beats him. Okay? So I win this particular match. This pair of 3s beats his 8 and 10. Therefore, I'm going to win my bet. Whatever bet I put out there, I won both. In Pai Gow Poker, you must win both segments to drag the money. Conversely, the dealer must beat you on both segments to win the money. So let's just say this was reversed. This would actually be a straight right here, but let's change one of these so we can be like that. Hell, that's still a straight. No, it ain't. All right. So he's got a pair of 4s, which is higher than the pair of 3s. So he's still set right. He's got a pair of 4s, okay, with an ace, pair of 3s. I got 3 kings. So 3 kings would beat a pair of 4s. Okay? However, his pair of 3s would beat my 8 and a 10. In this case, it's a push. Nobody won both segments. Okay? Nobody won both segments. So therefore, it's a tie. Nobody wins. Nobody loses money. Okay? However, let's say that let's say if I can find me another 3. There we go. Let's say my 5-card hand had 3 kings and I had a pair of 3s. And then he had the pair of 4s, just like normal, and a pair of 3s. In this case, we tie an exact match. It could be a king, queen, doesn't matter. So now, exact match, or an exact match. Then tie goes to the dealer, and you would lose. So in this case, this hand beat this hand. Therefore, it's going to be a draw because you have to win them both. But in this case right here, you know, let's say this is reversed again. Okay, let's say this is now the dealer. Okay, now this is your hand. You got the 4s with the 3s. Okay? This is higher than this. This is higher than this. All right. In this case, he goes, I beat you. My 3 kings beat your pair of 4s. Over here, you may say, yeah, but it's a tie here. But in this case, Since you had threes, he had threes, and it's equal here, tie goes to the dealer. Therefore, you would lose your money on that hand. Okay, so don't misunderstand a draw or a push versus a tie. Okay, so it's easy just to say, look, you have to win both segments, or he has to win both segments, or it's a draw, it's a push. But in a case like this, if he wins one, or you win the 5 card, and these two are equal, he's gonna win the draw. He's gonna beat you on the tie. That being said, when you're at a Pai Gow table, you can declare that you want to be the banker. So they'll give everybody at some point an opportunity to be the banker. So therefore, you would win on all ties, and everybody is playing you. Okay? That is pretty cool. But if you do that, you have to have enough money to cover everybody else's bet, just like the house has money to cover everybody's bet. If you want to be the banker and you want to collect on the ties, then become the banker. But whatever they're betting, you have to cover it. Okay, so now the basics are set your hand, 5 hand, 2 hand, 5 hand, 2 hand. Okay, you have to win both segments to draw the money. If you don't, it's a push. And if something is equal, the dealer wins. Now, when you're talking about setting your hand, you can get some weird ones. You can get some weird ones. It's impossible for me to go through all that. Just know this one has to be higher than this one. Okay? Maybe on my next Pai Gow segments, we can get into some of that other stuff. Now, the next curveball is the Joker. And let's see where my Joker is. I should have a Joker here somewhere. Well, shoot a monkey, y'all. I don't know where that Joker went. Oh, there it is. Let's talk about Jokers, for example. The Joker. Remember, we had one Joker in here. A Joker can be played one of 3 ways. Either it has to be in a hand for a straight or a flush. If you had 4 spades, you could count the Joker as the 5th spade. If you had a 2, 3, 4, 5, but you didn't have the 6, you could count the Joker as the 6. If you get a Joker and you don't have anything for a straight or a flush, this Joker then becomes an ace. You use it like an ace. So if the Joker cannot be played in a straight or a flush for you, it's an ace. That's all you got to remember there on that Joker. All right, now let's look at a couple more hands. All righty. So we're going to use this as the banker just all the time, I guess. All right, so now here's your next hand. Okay, so what do you got? You actually have 6 diamonds and a jack. So now what you want to do is you want to set your 5. And then you set your 2. Okay? So what it gives you is a very, very strong 5 card. Very strong hand there, but an extremely weak hand over here. So in this case, if we're using this, then obviously your flush is going to beat this hand, the dealer's hand, but the Jack 2 don't beat that. That would be a tie. Conversely, again, if that's what it looked like, then the flush would win here, and the threes would win there, and you would win the money. I hope you're catching this. This is really an easier game than hopefully I'm trying to teach it. I've never even tried to teach Pai Gow. I just know how to play it. But anyway, so let's look at another scenario. Okay. So now you have a flush over here, but you could count this as a flush if you want to. So I don't want to do that. Let me back out one of these. Let's just say it was more like that. Okay. All right. So you're going, well, let's see. I got 4 clubs. There's your joker. So now you bring your joker over on this side. Okay. Now your ace, king, 8, 6, 2. There's your flush. There's the joker. Okay. All righty. Then you had an ace 2 left over. So right now you have a very strong hand and a decently mediocre hand over here. You have a shot. Your flush wins up here. Okay. Your flush beats him here, and your ace 2 beats him here. Okay? But again, if that's how it was set, this wouldn't beat the ace. So you'd win here, he would lose, but you would lose this side, so that would be a tie. So this game is all about setting a high hand, setting a low hand, and you have to win them both to collect your money. But you have to lose them both to have the money taken, okay? So this is the basics of Pai Gow. Maybe on my next session, we'll go into more details of things like if you get 4 kings or 5 aces, how do you split those? We can talk about that another time. I just wanted to do an introduction, okay? This game also, I would use the regression up and pull. Okay, very important. So if you got 50 here and you win the hand, you drop to 25 and then do your up and pull. Okay, standard regression up and pull with Pai Gow poker. Also remember, let's say you got $100 bet out and you win. You're only going to get $95. They're going to take 5% commission. Okay, they're going to take 5% commission, just like the banker in Baccarat. All righty? So don't be surprised on that one. Okay, but other than that, once you get the idea of splitting 5, splitting 2, 5 hand, 2 hand, once you get an idea of how you set your hand, this is an easy game. Lot of fun, lot of ties. Sit there. This is one of the only games I'll go ahead and drink on because I know how to set my hand and there's nothing else I can do after that. I might have a few beers and play this and just relax. But I would do that at the end of the night because I don't want to drink and then go over to the crap table. So I already talked about that. But if this is your end of the night, I don't mind because it's fairly slow. It's a time burner too, okay? But this is the basics of Pai Gow. If you have any questions or, like I said, I've actually never taught Pai Gow before until today. I just know how to play it. Ask me, as always, and I'll try to clarify anything. But a great game. Pai Gow Poker. Great game. Play it. Play it. You'll like it. All right? Well, that's it for our first initial Pai Gow video. So until next time, be great.